everybody is mistaking pleasure with happiness, and they're two very different things. And you will find everybody is looking for the next hit and the next thrill and the next holiday and the next whatever it is that just makes them feel like they're happy, but it's short-lived. There is no long-lived sense of either fulfillment or joy in seeking pleasure. They're very different things also from a biochemical perspective, as I'm sure that you will know. Pleasure, releases dopamine. Happiness releases serotonin. And where I think it gets really crazy, and I feel it's almost like a joke from God, is that the more pleasure you seek and the more dopamine you release, the more neurons die. And so the neurons start trying to defend themselves against this death from overstimulation by decreasing their receptors. So that's where addicts get, addicted to things. They need to increase the hit, they need to increase the doses, or they need to increase the behavior that's producing that addiction. That's what's called downregulation. Then it becomes tolerance, which means you're an addict now. You need like triple the dose to get the same effect. It's all because of these neurons trying to protect themselves from dying because of what you're doing to them. Serotonin is the opposite. Serotonin actually downregulates, the production of the excitement of neurons. And that's where you get that sense of fulfillment, of peace, of calm that actually equates to happiness. Longer lasting sort of feeling of happiness. But where it gets really twisted, I believe, is that the more dopamine you produce, the less serotonin your body is able to produce, because one downregulates the other. So it's almost a joke from the universe. The more pleasure you seek, the less happy you will be, which is incredible in itself. But look at any addict, whether it's substance related or behavior related, there's not a single happy addict in the world. I mean, we can really claim that to be a statement. So I think it's really important. I'm not saying that a little bit of pleasure here and there is a bad thing, but I think it's really interesting because it really helps you to focus on those things that will truly make you happy. And none of them are those that can be bought. And none of them are those that will release dopamine in greater doses. So that gives people, I believe, a sense of, where am I putting my focus in trying to find this very elusive, evasive happiness? It's like the donkey following the carrot. It never gets there because everybody's looking in the wrong places. It's the next thing you're going to buy or the next thing you're going to possess. There's completely different. With pleasure, there's always a sense of possession. It's always something that can be paid for and bought for. That's why in society it's being so dominant, this push. It's profitable, and it's short-lived, which means you're going to buy again or pay again. It's great for business, isn't it? Whereas happiness is the complete opposite. So there's a lot to think about for people here as to what is it that you really are looking for.